So, one of the greatest things that NoFap has actually taught me that I'm going to go ahead and share is two things. First thing is committing yourself to something, and two, having an open mind to try new things out. Okay, so I'm going to get into both of these. I'm going to try not to sound unnatural while doing it. But I was just thinking about this because I need a fucking video today. And I'm going to go ahead and share. After doing NoFap, so far, just giving a quick rundown on how long it's been. The last time I relapsed was July 1st in 2018. So since July 2nd, all the way till today, I haven't gone. I don't even count days anymore, just because of how it's become habit to me. The first thing, commitment. The thing that I liked so much about what NoFap was doing when I was on it, and as you know, obviously I got more into it, and the longer the days and the streaks would go, and just seeing how it affected me in the long run, I also like to go back to the days where I remember how much I used to struggle just to get through a week. The days where the urges would be super fucking high. The days where I might run into a few images that might trigger me a bit, and I'm just like, ha, you know? And it's so awesome to see that every day, you know, for us who are on NoFap, every day we can get the fuck up, and against all odds, we can beat our challenge. We can beat our addiction. We can beat whatever urge is given to us for the sake of manifesting energy to better ourselves. To me, that's fucking powerful. And NoFap was really the big chain, the big catalyst to start off me leading into number two, to try those new things. But really, for NoFap, when I was starting that off and seeing how much energy it gave me and see how much benefit it gave me, the commitment and everything just kind of grew into place. And it was through that chain alone, that was what allowed me to start figuring out, morning routines, started getting me to start pursuing becoming a vegan eventually, and picking up habits and disciplines that cultivate energy and that, create these situations for me where every day I'm manifesting myself into the best version I possibly can be. That's pretty fucking powerful that we're doing that. I mean, think about that. Every day we're getting up and we're doing that. All you have to do is last through the urges. And it's, easier said than done some days. But it's every time you can do that, you really start to notice how powerful you are. And the more you strengthen yourself, the more powerful you become. I just love what that does for me. And I'm sure those who are on NoFap and long streaks can relate. Even if you just made it 30 days. The other thing too that I really liked was the fact that it does teach you to commit to something. It teaches you to actually ground your feet within something. And it's not something crazy big. It's not something that it's in a way just, it's so simple. Just don't masturbate and avoid porn, But it can be a really big challenge. And for us to conquer that challenge every day and stay committed to that. And when you teach yourself to ground yourself in something as difficult as NoFap, you really start to realize how capable you are of certain things and how much strength is really within you. I like the idea of committing yourself to things. And if you can learn to commit yourself to something like NoFap, you wonder why so many people are successful, because they can learn to commit their energy to bigger things. And when they learn to make that commitment, they're able to make another commitment. It teaches them to stay loyal to what they do in the terms of themselves and what they're doing. And it all starts at a foundational fucking thing called NoFap. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be NoFap. You could start anywhere else. It could be literally, you're going to the gym every day. You're hitting abs every day. You're doing yoga. It could be as simple as walking around the neighborhood, changing nutrition, quitting a habit that you have right now that is detrimenting your life, I like that NoFap is just one of the many commitments that really can start off as a grounding, a foundational build for grounding yourself in commitments, because that's something you're going to have to master throughout life. You're going to have to learn to commit yourself to various fucking things, to relationships, to job, to the process, to work, to, again, tending to yourself, being the best version of you that you can possibly be. That's a commitment in of itself right there. And that is formed by the multiple commitments you will make. Now this leads me into number 2. Having that one commitment on NoFap led me to make, like I said, other commitments, such as being a vegetarian, such as having morning routine, such as waking up at certain times, such as, you know, sticking to certain habits that I do on the daily, such as, like, for example, like what I'm probably going to start trying to do is daily videos, right? It's simple things like that when you formulate those habits, it's the accumulation of all those things that every day you wake up and it formulates for you. It gets you going. You know, like morning rituals, yoga, like that shit gets my day up. Taking a shower every morning works for me. Waking up usually at 5, man, if I'm up at 5, it's a good day. It really is. I haven't been able to do it for some reason, and part of the reason is because I'm staying up late. Just irresponsible activities right there. So, you know, that's a commitment that I'm struggling with, but that's a commitment that eventually, once I sharpen, right, it's something I'm sticking to. I'm not just like there and I'm like, okay, it doesn't really work out, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a difference between, you know, like knowing what works for you and knowing what doesn't, and that really just comes down to how you feel. I know that 5 o'clock works for me. It's just I'm having difficulty staying to it, you know, if that makes sense. But it's the same thing, is that it's going to open your mind to try these new things. It's going to open your mind to say, hey, this might help me better myself. Hey, let's give this a shot. Let's see how it does for me. And if something works, you use it. It's a tool. It opens you to the idea of using these new tools that you can use in your arsenal of becoming fucking successful, or just even just achieving whatever it is that you want in life. Having that simple grounding from NoFap easily can take you all the way in a lot of places. Because it's not only just a ground to have, it is a strong ground to have. And this, like I said, it goes for all commitments, whether you're a NoFapper or not. You know, whatever commitment it is that you're sticking yourself to, if you have good foundation on that commitment, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is for you, when you stick yourself to that every single day and you work that shit, you're going to achieve so much just strength, dude. So much mental strength, so much ability. And through those commitments alone, like I said, you'll be cultivating more tools to better yourself. Having that ground alone, having that foundational ground. You know, I know people who may have been really lazy. They enter a sport, it changes them. That's how wrestling was for me. I was one way. I went to wrestling. It changed me in a lot of ways. And I'm grateful for that, you know? And that's the power of commitment. And that's probably one of the greatest things I think NoFap has shown me and given me, was more ground and more strong foundation to making commitments to better myself, to better my relationships, to better my life in general. So, and then of course, it introducing me to the idea of commitment and harboring, trying out new tools, seeing if they work, seeing if they don't, and experimenting with that. So that's my talk on NoFap, and it's great lessons that it's taught me. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. Do your fucking thing, and talk to you next time.